like last week, I didn't come to any of this, but I just went to Horizon World just to try one of the events there, like Jurassic World. And I had to update. Like twice last week, I had to update twice.
Eileen, I'm gonna give you mod powers.
Sure. Even though they don't always work.
Even though they don't always work.
They don't work?
Sure.
I haven't actually needed them. I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't actually needed them in like 2 weeks or so.
Wow, that's good. That's an improvement.
That's good, eh? Yeah.
Except I'm not seeing them on here right now, but I might have just forgotten where they are. Oh,
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, it might take a moment. Welcome, Damon. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Welcome, welcome. I know there was an update, so I know people might be late, but we might just get started in a moment anyway, and let people come in while I do my spiel. Hopefully the sound is okay. Well, I'm going to come in a little bit closer to you all. Hopefully the sound is okay. We're still waiting on proper megaphones and things like that. So if I think it should be okay, but if you need to, feel free to get closer. And yeah, welcome. I think I've now met you all. And welcome to one of my favorite practices of the week. This is like, I mean, there's so many beautiful ways to meditate, and this one is just so important for balancing the mind. So we'll get started. Oh, not that one.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, wrong button.
It's the filter.
Still getting used to it all. So yeah, welcome to this guided meditation practice on awakening joy and gratitude and any good feeling. So so some of you were at Evolver's The Gathering event on Sunday, and Jeremy talked about gratitude and, and how it is so reality changing. We can be sitting in the same situation and we could be focusing on everything that is wrong. Welcome, hey Steinuts. Or we can focus on what is right, and our brains are so good already at focusing on what is not right. And it takes a little bit of practice and repetition and intention to focus on what is good. And there's always something good, even in any moment of our lives, there's something that's good, even if it's as simple as, having shelter, having a safe place to rest tonight, having parts of the body that function well and are pain-free. So I invite you to start scanning your life now and see if there's anything that you can find in this moment from today that is good. Welcome, Jake. So again, doesn't have to be big. It could be very small. It could be a moment, could be a situation, could be a person, or just their smile or their voice. It could be the way the light looked today on the trees. And if it is hard to find something from today, I really do encourage you to try to find something in this moment that is something that sparks appreciation or gratitude or joy or peacefulness or any good feeling. But if it is challenging to find anything, then you could go to something recent, something from today, earlier this week, and yeah, use that. So what we'll be doing is we'll be using this object, whether it's a person, a place, an object of beauty, a place. We'll be using this as our focus of meditation, as our anchor, just like we might use the breath in a mindfulness of breath practice, okay? We'll be coming back to that. To really, because the idea here is with neuroplasticity says that we can retrain our minds and get really, really good at finding what is good. And especially if we can sustain that for a few seconds. So coming back to it, and I'll guide us through it when we officially start our practice. When we come back back to it, refocus on it, return to it, and sustain it, and really get familiar with what it looks like, feels like in the body, in the mind, in the heart. That's when we're really creating new neural pathways, new habits, making it sticky so that we get better at finding what is good. And that does not mean that we're bypassing anything that's not right, anything that is unpleasant. It just means that we recognize that in any moment, any time in the world, there is the dark and the light. There's things that are maybe that we judge as being bad or wrong, and then there's also things that are good. And if we can get better at finding what is good in every moment, then we can stabilize, we can sort of ground ourselves, we can energize ourselves and use that as fuel to then face and show up for and respond to skillfully, wisely to what needs attention maybe. You know, I love the example of climate change. You know, there's a lot of things that are not right with that. But if we show up to that from a place of anger and fear and frustration and resentment, that is not, you know, a very effective place to function from. But if we find what we love, if we find gratitude in what we have, find joy in nature, we can sort of from a place of clarity and gratitude and from a place of love for the planet, for nature, then that's such a more effective place to take action, to make change, you know? So it's not about denying what's happening. It's not about, bypassing anything. It's just about resilience, really finding and building resilience. Okay, so enough talking for me. Let's begin. So, Poison Priestess and Captain Zach, welcome to the event. We're just about to get started with our guided meditation. Feel free to grab a cushion. There's a couple cushions up here. You can join us in our circle, and we'll get started. So you won't need your controllers. If you'd like to set your controllers aside, you can do that. This guided meditation practice will be about 15 minutes. So I invite you to get as comfortable as possible in your physical body. Find a posture that you can hold for the next 15 minutes. You can close your eyes if that feels all right for you. Or simply lower your gaze, find a spot on the virtual ground to settle your gaze on. Just whatever helps you in reducing any distractions and really coming to rest in the body. We'll take the first few moments to simply ground ourselves. You might notice the points of contact with whatever surface you're on. Take a few slightly deeper, longer, more intentional breaths here, in through the nose or the mouth, and out any way that feels good. Just a couple more breaths like that. In. And when you exhale, allowing that to assist you in letting go, releasing, relaxing the body. You might notice if there are areas of tension in the face, maybe around the eyes or the jaw, neck and shoulders, inviting these areas to soften and relax as much as possible. Letting the shoulders drop down, arms can rest by your sides, hands can rest wherever it feels easy. And of course, if there are areas in the body that still remain a little bit tight, see if you can simply soften around these areas. See if you can be okay with the body, the moment just as it is. Come to rest the body, rest the mind. Notice what it feels like to be sitting here, alive in this body, present with others in this virtual space. Notice the soundscape in this virtual environment. And if the sound is a little too much for you, this background sound, the crackling, if you need to adjust your headset volume, feel free to do that. One last intentional breath now, breathing in. And on your next exhale, clearing out. And I invite you to bring to mind your object of meditation for this practice, which is that object or person or place or situation, whatever it might be for you that sparks joy, appreciation, peacefulness, or any good feeling, big or small. I invite you to, if you can, start to visualize and see this in your mind's eye. You might imagine that you're seeing it like a movie in your mind. Play it out, this moment, this memory, this situation, whatever it is, and see if you can pause in that frame where you really feel your good feeling the most. And if visualization is challenging for you, see if you can simply connect with the presence of this object. You might even use a phrase to connect. So there's so many different ways for us to connect, by visualization, and also by using a phrase. You could name your object. You could use a phrase like, I am grateful for, or even something like, I love that this is in my life. It feels good to have this in my life. So this first step in this practice is all about recognizing, calling in, and connecting with your object that sparks joy, appreciation, gratitude, or any good feeling. of course, like any meditation practice, the mind may wander, distractions may come up. So you may have to replay your mental movie a few times. You may have to pause again in that moment when you're really connecting with your whatever object sparks that good feeling for you. Or you may be working with that phrase and you may whisper that phrase to yourself. I am grateful for this. It feels so good to have this in my life. I appreciate this. Anytime your attention wanders away, see if you can come back to your visualization, seeing it with as much detail as possible. Or maybe your phrase, or however you're connecting with it. As we move into the next phase of this practice, it's all about allowing. So we've recognized, we've named this object. Now can you fully allow yourself to sort of breathe it in, relax into it? Sometimes as adults, we don't fully allow ourselves to really delight in something good fully, to really, allow ourselves to feel it fully. So can you in this moment make space in your body, fully allow this good thing to be here, as if you're saying yes to it? Again, if the mind wanders, using that mental movie or a word or a phrase, or simply making an intention to come back to this thing that sparks joy, gratitude, appreciation, peacefulness, or any good feeling. And when you're ready, the next step in this guided practice is to really fully allow yourself to feel. Of course, there might be an emotion that you're feeling. And sometimes it can be helpful to connect with physical sensation in the body, to really feel fully. And like we said at the beginning, to really get familiar with what this good feeling feels like physically in your body. So if you were able to pause in that mental movie, in that moment when you're really connected to your good feeling, can you also connect with posture? What is the posture like in your body when you're really connected to this feeling? Where do you feel this good feeling in your body? It might be a sense of ease, a sense of openness, softness in the body, spaciousness. There might be warmth around the heart. Maybe it might feel completely differently to you. There might be a facial expression that you can connect with. To really feel your way into this good feeling, get familiar with it. And I invite you to spend the next few moments to really kind of linger in this, dwell in this good feeling. Let it soak into all of the cells of your body. Relax into it.
Am I muted?
You are now, friend. So again, where do you feel this good feeling in your body? Can you bring a subtle inner smile or maybe a physical smile to your face? Can you embody your good feeling right now? Taking the next few moments to really get familiar with it. Make it sticky. If you need to, reviewing your mental movie, your image, your phrase again. Relaxing into this as much as possible. By sustaining this connection, or even returning to it again and again, you're getting familiar with it, you're creating new neural pathways in the brain. And when you're ready, you can let go of any effort and just take the next few moments before we officially close our practice to rest in any sense of presence, any good feeling that you have developed here. No matter how the practice went for you, whether you were able to easily connect with your good feeling or if it was challenging, recognizing that what matters is that you showed up, made an intention, and repeated the practice, tried to make an effort to lean into the light, to what is good. Maybe today was the first seed that you planted. Maybe this is a regular practice for you. Either way, you are creating the causes and conditions for this gratitude, this joy, this good quality to grow. Trust in yourself. Trust in these seeds that you're planting. Appreciate yourself for taking time to develop a positive quality of mind. Let go of any judgment that may be there. Simply appreciate yourself. I invite you to take one final deep breath. You can make it a big sigh, make it a big noisy sigh if you like, just to close the practice and let go. Thank you, friends, for your practice and your efforts. May all of your good efforts be of benefit for you and all beings that you come into contact with. And we can seal this practice, officially close our practice by emoting. You can bring your arms up. Woo! Awesome. I'm going to take everyone off mute now. Thank you, friends. I know there was a few little distractions tonight with people entering and exiting. I hope you were able to come back to your practice. And no matter how it went, again, maybe that was challenging, maybe it was hard to connect, and maybe you were able to really find something and connect with that. I would love to hear how the practice went for you. This is the time in the event where we go around, and you don't have to, but if you'd like to, I would love for you to share. Let us know how you're doing, how that practice was, any questions you may have. All of it is helpful to hear. Maybe I'll start to my right with Stein nuts. And if you don't want to say anything, feel free to just make an emoji. That's completely okay.
So this is my second time in here. I know I had a little bit of an incident. I left, so I did distract you. So I apologize.
No worries. No worries.
And then I've noticed that there was some other distractions. So I hopefully things get kind of sorted out, and next time we're in here practicing meditation, maybe there won't be as many distractions. And I'm guilty of it, so I apologize. But I do find this very relaxing and peaceful, and especially from your voice, it's very soothing. And yeah, I look forward to coming back, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And don't worry at all. You know, that's just part of the nature of this format, this platform, and the noisy entrances and exits. And, you know, just like, to me, it's like, even if everything was completely perfect in an event with no distractions, we always have the mind and all the distractions that come up in our mind, right? So it's just another thing to practice with. You notice a distraction in the mind, you notice a distraction in the virtual space, you notice it, let it go, come back to our object. So really not a problem, and really, really happy to have you, Steinmetz.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And Jake, if you would like to share, if you want to say
Go ahead,
pass,
Jake.
that's okay too. I see that I think he's gesturing to pass. We'll go to Damon and Jake. No worries at all. Glad you were here. Awesome.
What are we sharing?
Well, it's Damon's turn now, and we're just sharing how that practice went for us, and we'll get to you, Green Up.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, so Parisa, this is something that I think I needed a lot more than I thought. I'm fortunate enough to say that this is the first VR meditation.
I can't hear you right now. It looks like you're off mute, but I can't hear you, so maybe try one more time.
Okay. Can you hear me at all? Hold on.
All right, Damon, I can't hear you. I'm sorry if you're trying to talk. So So if you like, we'll try to come back to you. Maybe you can just give us a little emoji for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it might be, I don't know, Horizon might be having some tech issues. But we'll come back to you, Damon.
It's definitely around here.
Glad you were
somewhere.
here. Thank
also
you for your
suck.
presence. And Tara, how about you?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, you can hear me. That was great. Thank you. I made it to a Monday. Woo! It's my first day officially on trip for full time, so I'm just very excited. I'm having like one of the best days ever. It's also been just like insanely beautiful weather here, so yeah, I'm easygoing on finding the good feelings today. That was kind of a no problem. Yeah, my youngest kid graduated high school and moved out to college last week, so I mean, I got a huge pile of good feelings. I'm so grateful for it. So thanks for letting me wallow in good feelings today. I loved it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. And, thank you for sharing that, because I feel like, I can rejoice and I can sort of share in that with you, and that sort of helps spread that
great.
goodness. So, yeah.
Yeah, once.
Awesome.
Beautiful things.
All right, Green App, on to you. I know you came in partway through the event, but
Partway through, I saw that that you do this for a living. Like, how do you know how to do it so well?
well, thank you. So I sort of just started meditating because I was having a hard time with some of the things that were going on in my mind. So I found a teacher. The teacher taught me, and I enjoyed the benefits so much that I just like to share with others.
I used to meditate in the shower because I couldn't sleep, and it helped me sleep.
You would meditate in the shower? That's beautiful.
And it would help me sleep. My mom told me to meditate because I couldn't sleep.
I'm so glad it helped you. Yeah. So if you'd like to come back, if you'd ever like to come back and try the whole practice, this practice is all about.
My dad came in the room midway through the practice, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
And I actually invited my dad here today. He plays too.
Awesome.
Right here.
Welcome. Thanks, Greena. All right. We'll move over to HPEX. We'll come back to you, Spin, in a moment. HPEX, how about you? How are you?
Microphone working?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey. I admittedly I came in like a few minutes late, so I kind of like slowly snuck my way in.
No worries. I know there was the update too.
Yeah, that took a little bit to update, but because I've come to other practices, I know you talked about like remembering a moment, and I don't know, a lot of it just comes back down to like a warm embrace from a friend, and I caught the end. I was kind of like, think back at that moment, and that's the moment that keeps popping up in my head. So I admittedly was also very distracted, but I go back to that and.
Wait, let's grab a match. No shortage of distractions today.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're able to come back though. That's awesome.
Is this man bothering you?
Yeah. All right. Welcome, new friends.
I brought you a mat.
All right. Edward, do you want to share?
Yeah, me too. I'm not sure.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And for the new friends who've just come in, come on in.
We're sharing.
We're sharing like that.
Okay.
Anyway.
And don't talk in
Here,
our
you take
turn.
that mat. I'll go get me one, and then if I want
Wow.
to stay,
Okay. Ooh. Boy, there was
Go ahead,
a lot of
Edward.
distractions. Boy, there was a lot of distractions today. And my mind was going zigzagging.
Good
all over the
practice.
place.
Good practice to build concentration and focus.
Yeah, well, I tried, but it was kind of hard a few times like that.
Of
You know,
course,
people
of
talking
course.
and then people zapping and going zoom, zoom,
I
zoom.
know.
I said, what? Each time I get down to peaceful, and something else comes up. Zoom. Okay. What happened here? And it was like an up and down thing, but I found I was able to get a peaceful feeling, a warm feeling in my heart with your meditation. So I thank you very much. I know, but very much appreciate. I also find that if you work with sound, it also gives you a peaceful feeling. Have you ever, like I have an Alexa, and I kind of have Alexa do like ocean waves, and you're sitting quietly, ask with ocean waves coming with candlelight, and it says, oh, it feels so great. Have you ever tried that?
Oh, absolutely. With whether
you have an
it's
Alexa?
just you, whether it's just using like whatever the sound is in your room as your object of meditation, or putting on ambient sound. I have a Google Home, so just putting on ambient sound. Absolutely.
Yeah, or ambient sound too. That also helps too. I find that especially relaxing. With candles on, you put candles, put the lights out. I feel, oh boy, and it feels so good.
Yeah. Or maybe a little Enya, huh?
Oh yeah, Enya. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I like Enya. She also has a way of.
Oh man, yeah. I just want to say, last week Edward painted the most beautiful picture of like Enya on in the background while he was doing something, and just this beautiful ironing and doing this meditation. I love it.
And it was funny. I was doing my ironing today before I came here.
Yeah.
And listening to Enya.
Yes. Oh, you did it again.
Yeah,
right there.
You know, again, when we're wanting to, if we're wanting to retrain the mind to really focus on good and to really get familiar with feeling good, it's like anything that we can do, whether it's music, finding some way to create something, good.
Yeah,
that can be really helpful. Again, it's sometimes when things are really scary, our first step, maybe we can't sit and do a mindfulness meditation. Our first step might just be getting comfortable, soothing ourselves, right? And then, enjoying that comfort and enjoying that feeling. And then again, that can stabilize us, that can sort of fuel us.
Definitely.
Really, really good stuff.
Definitely. Good stuff.
Edward.
I agree with you on that. Thank you. Okay.
And Heck, how are you? Would you like how that was for you? How your practice went? Spin, can you please give us a little personal space? Thank you.
You're unmute.
Heck, I don't know if you're there. I can't hear you.
Is he there?
If you like, you can give us an emoji or let us know how you're doing. Do you want to try giving a thumbs up? Oh, that works. Okay. And I'm sorry if you're trying to speak and your mic's not working. I can't hear you right now, but we can try again later if you stay after. But glad you were here, and hopefully you're able to follow on with the practice. And Eileen, my fellow meditation teacher and moderator.
Hey, Parisa.
Hey.
I actually have to run out, but I was glad you got to me before I had to leave for my own session. Thank you for this. Gratitude is like my favorite thing to practice. I'm so grateful for that. I'm not going to share any more at the moment because I know there could be a possible alt space update, and I want to make sure I'm on time to my own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meditation. So,
are you hosting?
I want to say congrats to Tara because I didn't get to say that to you yesterday, Tara.
Thank you.
So, congrats again.
Are you hosting a class
in alt space?
Yeah, Green Up. If you're interested in trying another meditation, if you want to hop over into AltSpace, which is another social VR app, you'll find Eileen. It'll be called Mindfulness Monday with Eileen, and you can find it in AltSpace. Yeah.
Do we talk about relaxation?
Well, yeah. Eileen, are you going to talk about relaxation?
We'll be doing a mindfulness meditation tonight. We're going to kind of talk about letting go of expectations as part of our mindfulness practice.
Fun.
Yeah. That'll be in 20 minutes in AltSpace. Get in there early if you might need an update. So Damon, I'm going to come back to you. If anyone needs to take off, then I'll say goodbye now. Otherwise, I'm going to stick around and see if Damon can get his audio working.
Can you hear me?
If you want to, of course.
Can you hear me?
If not, that's okay too. I can't
Hey,
hear you.
Dad, you should do talking.
Just
And Spin, you too, if you'd like to come off mute and share. You didn't get a chance either. I don't know. Horizon has been feeling really glitchy for me tonight, so maybe we're having issues.
Dad, look at your wrist, and you'll have a mute button. If you're on mute, then click it, and if you're on mute, it'll have an X. Yeah. Alright, we can hear it. Yeah, we can hear you, Dad.
Welcome, Sherilyn. We just wrapped up the meditation. Nice to see you. Sorry you missed the event, but we will be back same time next week.
testing.
Discuss how you use meditation. Because I know you meditate a lot.
Can anyone hear me?
Damon, it looks like you're still having trouble, so I'm sorry if you want to speak and can't speak. Feel free to put a message on the Discord if you want. But otherwise, glad you were here. I know you've done this practice before, so hopefully you were able to follow along. Yeah. Sorry for the tech issues. C'est la vie in VR.
Can you hear me?
Was that Damon?
No.
Spin. That was Spin.
Oh, that was Spin. Oh. Hey, Spin.
Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Hey. So.
How was that for you?
It was great. It gets a lot of stress out of me. I'm having trouble with my sex life currently, and it's like a great way to relieve all the stress.
I'm happy you're able to find some ease there. Friends, I might pop over into alt space too soon, so I'm gonna head out and see if there's an update to be
Have a
there.
good day.
Okay, Parisa, bye.
Thanks, Green Up. Yeah, bye.
Have a good day,
Nice to
sweet
see you, HPEX.
Bye.
Nice to see you, Damon.
Goodbye, everyone.
A good time to wrap up the event, I think.
High five. It was nice, and I'll be here next week.
High five, my friends. High five.
And I like the flowers.
Thanks.
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
And that's unique. Can you change my? Can I change my shirt in game?
You sure can. I bet you can find the same shirt, and we can be twinsies.
Twinsies.
I want to be just like you.
Dad, what the heck?
Hello?
He's not my dad, he's my brother. I'm being funny. Alright, bye.
I had a feeling maybe he wasn't your dad.
He was.
Why is my microphone not working? This is so annoying. Hello, hello, hello. Testing.
It's really no tentacles.
Testing.
Oh, Damon, you're
not
good.
gonna swirl it.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Welcome.
then you get tentacles.
Yeah, I had to relaunch. Oh man, I really wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot to say, and this is just. Man, what?
Want to play frisbee, son?
Still here.
Yeah, be quiet. Let him talk.
Peaceful corner, Damon.
I can't hear myself. Sure, yeah, I'd love to. I just don't want to interrupt your conversation.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say hi, Sherilyn. Welcome, and I'm sorry you missed the event. And we have there's a few distractions going on now, but let me just.
When does
clean
it
up a
usually
little bit
start?
here.
Okay, bye. Have a good day. I'm gonna head out.
There we go. Sorry, I just had to remove a couple people who were kind of trolling us here. So we started about 50 minutes ago. So 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's a joy and gratitude practice, and it's a guided practice, and it's all about training the mind to focus on what is good and sort of balancing out our natural negativity bias. So it's a beautiful practice. It got a little bit rowdy at the end there with some kids coming in, but we managed to have a nice little sit anyway. So yeah, I hope you come back. Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, you don't even have to wait that long. Tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific, in this same space, there will be another colleague of mine from the same community doing a meditation event. So if you want to check that out, a different practice, but also a lovely teacher.
Okay, awesome. So I'm central, so that would be 7.
I think that would be, yes, I think that would be 7 p.m. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah. And if you want more info, I think it's in the event description, but there's evolver.org is our site if you want to check it out.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye, Sherilyn. Oh, man.
Sorry for those tech issues, Damon. I wonder what it was.
I know what it was. It's happened before, and it just doesn't happen often enough to just stick in my head. The fix.
You think it's a hardware thing? Is it your headset?
No, it was definitely software. I have a complicated setup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just honestly, it's just one of the examples of the whirlwind of setbacks and problems that I've had over the past couple of weeks.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
No, but it's all overshadowed by something amazing, and it's strange, like not having an audience to share this with. But this is the first meditation I've been able to attend in my brand new house that I've closed on a couple weeks ago.
That is a really, really big deal. I feel like, especially these days.
It is, and I should sound so much more excited about it. But I mentioned these setbacks that I've had, just these obstacles that just put themselves in my way on the path to being in a new place, to home ownership for the first time. And that has kind of led me to just adopt this kind of defensive posture where I think nothing good can come into my life without something negative following. And so for a while now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been struggling with this feeling that, is this place really mine? Is this real? It was hard to shake the feeling for a little bit that I'm just staying in someone else's house and occupying their space. And it's so strange to hear myself say that. But your meditation centered on something that we appreciate helped me to kind of nurture that seed of acceptance of something that I should be more happy about. Here I am standing in my loft with the sunlight shining directly on me, the setting sun. This kind of fortune, not many can say that they're lucky enough to have. And yet, to me, when it helped to envision like what that looks like inside of me, and I imagined maybe a little version of me, a little person, a little Damon inside my body, but the inside of my body is just this bright room that's lined from floor to ceiling with couch cushions, really soft, fluffy ones. And he is just kind of hopping around and doing snow angels or something.
Oh, I like that image.
But that kind of meditation strategy helped me, and so I wanted to share that, and I appreciate you continuing to do this, Parisa.
On the good, like really
Absolutely
practicing. Yeah. And it sounds like, especially that step, the allow step, really sort of saying yes to it, feeling it in your body, saying, yes, this is real, and I appreciate this. And, like that, because again, like I said, I don't think that's that uncommon to sort of, be like, okay, is this real? How long is this going to last? Am I going to lose this? Do I deserve this? And so many stories that we get into, instead of just having that, that childlike delight and appreciation and celebration, right? So, yeah, it does take some practice. Again, that negativity bias is strong, but it's totally possible to practice to overcome it. So I'm so glad that you're planting the seeds, you're noticing the benefit, and keep at it.
Yes, same to you. I need these. I need these to continue. So I'll be at the next session for sure.
Very good, very good. And like if and just let me know how that's going. And if you need more guidance, please come back and ask, because there's so many practices that I can offer. Like this is really good for focusing on the good and growing that feeling and like nurturing that feeling. But there's also practices to address some of the negative thoughts and some of those stories, and really how to sort of navigate those and meet those with compassion too. If there is a sense of maybe there's like that some kind of unworthiness, or sometimes, I mean, just example, I don't know, some stories about
that's it.
Those can be met with compassion, and there's some really wonderful practices that we can use for that too. I mean, even just the Sunday radical acceptance practice in alt spaces can be really helpful for that too. Yeah. Well, in a way, I'm kind of glad we got to kind of share that, and without all of the noisiness around us. Although I do think other people could totally connect with your share. So feel free to bring it up next week.
If you're fine with it, I'm fine with it. I guess it would help to repeat that kind of that thought and nurture it even more, the acceptance part of it.
Absolutely. Or if you want to, if it feels helpful to name it, you put it on the Discord. I'm sure other people will chime in too. And but whatever feels good for you. I'm just glad that you got to be here and practice, and I'm glad that you got to come back with audio.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that you're continuing to hold these reaffirming sessions, I guess. Each one of them is helping you in a different way. So.
Gosh, well, when I hear people like benefiting from the practice, it's a pleasure. So thanks for showing up, and I will see you at the next one.
Thank you again, Parisa, and yes, I'll see you at the next one. Have a good night.
You too, Damon. Bye.
Okay, let's see. I think you might have noticed that in 30 minutes at 9:30, I have meditation again with my friend Flutter. My headset, I don't think this is coming through on stream, but my headset frame rate is kind of dropping a little bit. No, it doesn't come through on stream. It's because my headset's overheating. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, you said it's I'm live early and it's VR. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know we can't really interact that well in VR, can we? When I'm in VR, it's because I have to like click out to see chat, and that disrupts the experience, which is typically meditation, which requires a focus. And if I distract myself, it breaks the meditation. But Andrea, I'm glad to see you. I will be on later tonight, Andrea. I know it's a little bit later. This was scheduled. That's kind of more of a driver for me to stream when something is scheduled like that, as opposed to, when I can just start whenever I want. So that is kind of leading me to opt to stream, and it's VR, and I don't have to participate too much because it's an event that someone else is hosting. So, but yeah, Andrea, I will see you later tonight. Maybe just for you. I mean, maybe just for you. I'll be on tomorrow night, early. Depends when I can be done with work. So, anyway, Andrea, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for watching. I will be online. I'll continue to be online for another. Well, I have 30 minutes to kill before Flutter's meditation, and for you, Layers of Fear won't be until later tonight. So if you're up, I'll be there, and I'll try to stream early tomorrow so that we can interact too. Anyway, yeah, I had some problems with the audio in the stream. This has happened before, but I couldn't immediately figure out what it was because it doesn't happen that often. It was an update to the virtual desktop app, which I guess whenever that happens, it screws up my audio. And it happened right before I launched. So, like before I could do anything, it had to update the PC side app, which I think screwed with my audio. So I had to basically relaunch Horizon and come back. Luckily, it was fast. It's really fast launch. I'm surprised how quickly it's loading on PC. But in any case, I'm going to stop the stream because Parisa's meditation is done, and I have a Flutter's meditation in a half hour. So I'm just going to go get some water or something, and I'll be back in a little bit. Come on, body. Stop screwing around. So, see you guys in a half hour for Flutter's meditation. Join me then. Thanks for watching.